Hey everybody, happy Thursday, which is going to be what? It's going to be a May 2nd. May 2nd. Where did the year go? May. Let's do another card from Alina. We're going to mix them up. We're going to mix them up. We're going to have them be random. It's going to be whatever it is destined to be for today. Way down here at the bottom. Whatever that one is what we are drawing today. Ucan. Ooh. Ooh. You guys see that? Interesting. It's got two curvy parallel lines. At one end, we're going to do that with a little loop. And then we're going to go that way with a little loop. Gosh, that cough just doesn't want to go. Then it says rotate tile. So it looks like we're going to, once we've got this one, we're going to rotate my tile. And we're going to come up. And we're going to do this little loop. And then we're going to rotate the tile. We're going to come up and do this little loop. Rotate the tile, come up, do this little loop. And so forth until we are done, and then we'll just finish it off going that way, and then the same thing going that way, and then what do? And then we embellish by doing a little line up each one of these leafy bits, and a little back and forth in that middle bit, and some shading. And then look at that. Isn't that an interesting? I love this middle bit. So do you think that's what we're probably going to do? Yes, indeed. How many arms did she do? She did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She did 8 arms. Okay, we can do that. Oop, I left the last one out. Didn't put that one away. I need to put that one away. Okay. What color should we do it on, and what size should we do? Well, since I've never done it before, we're going to do a fairly large size. Shall we do a nice bright color? Let's do this bright yellow. Ooh-wee. Really too zoomed in there. Okay. Let's just eyeball this with like that. So then it's going to go not the same. Those are not the same. What am I doing? Those are not the same. This one is backwards. Goes this way, and then this way. Right? This way and that way. 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 Okay, so now I have some movement. Played with some movement. That looks good. Okay. Now we have an idea. And I'm going to make my bottom leaves about here-ish. Top leaves out here. It's fine. They can be kind of rectangular like that. Okay. Pen. Do I want to draw with a color again like I did on the last one? Am I feeling color? No, I'm feeling black. Okay. So we're going to go like this. Something like that. And then a middle bit. Like that. Then we're going to do the first leaf, which is up and around and like this. Up and around and like that. Up and around and like that. That is not the right direction. Up and around and like that. Up and around and like that. Up and around and like that. Up and around and like this. Up and around and like that. Something like that for the first leaf. And then this one is going to come this way and out. 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 Okay, that works. And then we're going to turn the tile and go up, around and out. Up, around and out. Up, around and out. Something like that. Right? Up, around and out. Up, around and out. Up, around and out. Up, around and down. Oh, I didn't do the down one over here. Up, around and down. That one's behind that one. It's fine. They're behind. Up, around and out. Up, around and out. Up, around and out. Up, around and down. Up, around and out. one's back behind that one too. Just because I've stopped saying up, around, and out does not mean I'm not thinking it. Up, around, and down. Okay. So far, so good. Now I have to figure out going the other way, this way. They have to come around and out, right? Yes. Around and out. Up, around and out. Up, around and up. Around and down. That one's going behind that one. That's okay. They can go behind. As long as I remember that they're going behind and I don't draw in there, they absolutely can go behind. I'm a little big on my drawings. She's got her leaves a little more narrow. But you know what? Does not matter. Think I'll color? Probably. Probably. That's cool. Okay, so now this middle bit gets a kind of a back and forth kind of a thing. She did just lines on one of them, but if I look on her sample, she did more like squiggles. Could I just do straight lines across? Absolutely I could. But I like this. color, or do I want to just shade? I'm not sure. I don't know why I'm having such difficulties all of a sudden with this little L-like shape. Loopies back and forth, ziggy-zaggy. Okay. Okay, now let's see what we can do. I think I'm going to shade. I'm going to shade. Let's erase all of these. I feel like I want a black background. But I don't want, I don't know what I want to do. Don't know what I want to do. I kind of almost feel like that. Start with shading. Start with shading, Donna. Let's start with shading just the parts that overlap. Because that's the parts we know for sure have a shadow. If one overlaps another, right? Absolutely. That one's on top of that one. That one's on top of there. That's for sure on top of that, going that way. That one's on top of that one. This one's on top of that. This is on top of this. This is on top of this. And here. Okay, let's start with that. How do I decide where to shade? Well, wherever I want it to recede into the background is where I shade. And wherever I want it to stick forward is where I highlight. It's as simple as that. Okay, so let's do... So, like this leaf is on top. So I want to shade under, so this one stays on top. And then that becomes receding into the background. Just like that. That leaf is on top of that leaf. So the one on the bottom gets the shadow. Oop, missed one. Missed a lot of overlap right there. Whatever overlaps. Okay, back to the beginning. Then I'm going to shade that. Oh. Just like so. Smudging makes it look, see how that looks different than that? Smudging is the answer to the question here. Smudging, not smudged. Look at the difference. Makes a huge difference. You know, I'm not sure I'm going to make a dedicated video on shading. I will just make sure that I am describing why I'm making the decisions that I'm making on more videos. I think rather than doing a dedicated shading video, unless you guys all want it. I know I've had one request, but let me know in the comments section if you really want a separate dedicated video, or if it's okay if I just make more descriptive things on all of my videos as to why I'm choosing to shade or highlight where I'm making those choices. If that's enough, or if it needs to be a separate video, let me know. Because I will do a separate video if I need to. But I think maybe it'd be easier to just describe what I'm doing as I'm doing it, because each drawing has its own unique features, and I have this feeling that people are thinking that it's more complicated than it is, and that you need to be more precise. But I don't know if you notice, I am not anywhere near precise. I just put a little blob, see, like that one. It's just got a little blob of pencil. I'm not even close to the edge. I put a blob, and then I just smudge it around a little, just like that. It's not precise in the least. But what I feel like on this particular one, I feel like I want a little more contrast. I want some deeper black, and I don't have it here. So what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to color in the background black. And then on these bits, I need to erase what I don't want the frame on my leaves here. Get rid of that very gently. Erase what I don't need to, because where it's going to be colored in black is fine. You won't see that. I'm going to get rid of this. And I'll probably come in with I don't know if I'm going to come in with white or maybe a bright light green to do my highlights. But I am definitely going to come in and do, where's my brush pen? Where's my brush pen? I do not know. I've lost my brush pen. That's probably the one that's turned around the wrong direction. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to color very gently. Inside, behind, like the background. Because I want a dark. I want a deep dark. Need to order a new brush nib, I think. Brush nibs about had it. Unless I can turn it over, which I might be able to do. I'm not sure. I might be able to. Have to try. So how you guys been? How was April? How is May going to be? What are we doing in May? Anybody have vacations coming up? Anybody have anything interesting they're doing? I know United States Mother's Day is coming. My friends in the UK have already done their Mother's Day previously. I'm going to switch to like a 7 to do these ones here. That's kind of a small for my brush to get in there. Go ahead and just kind of outline this and then come back with the brush and fill that in. Yeah. Then I know where I'm going here. Shall I do a question of the day? Perhaps I should. Let's do one of these. Did you ever think about writing a book or filming a movie? What would it be about? No, I never actually have. Have you? Are you a writer? Now, my best friend, she's a writer, and she's written some children's stories and some other things. Um, if I ever did write a book, it would be about how important art is in your life and how you can use it for your mental health. Pretty sure that's what I would do. Pretty sure. I missed this whole piece right here. Were you guys yelling at me? You should have been. Okay, and then maybe a little right there. Sorry when I go quiet, it's because I am just getting in the zone. I am having a mental health moment. When you're in there, you're getting really quiet and still and deep within yourself. That's really good for your brain. It's almost as good as sleeping. Sleeping's the best, but for those of us who have issues getting to sleep, zoning out in a craft or other activity is also important. And it doesn't have to be drawing or painting or visual arts at all. It could be musical arts, could be theater, could be cooking. Anything that puts you in the zone where you just kind of zen out and just feel rather than think. All of those things are super good for your mental health. As I think about mental health, I think about the people I know who have struggled, and I pray for them. And there are some people that, are no longer in my daily life. They've chosen to go off grid, go offline, And, they weren't my actual physical friends. They're not here, even in my country, much less in my city or nearby. So I can't reach out physically, and they've gone off grid. No emails, no texts, no social media of any kind. We just don't know. And I worry and I think, and I know people who physically know those people, and we still don't know what's going on. Just dropped off the face of the planet, it seems like. And I worry. But since I will never know whether she's doing okay or not unless she comes back online, what I can do is I can pray. I can think about her and I can give her good vibes, put it out into the universe that she's doing okay and that she's found a way to do what she needs to do for her mental health. Now, there are others who are very public with their mental health journey. Cinnamon Cooney, the art Sherpa, is being extraordinarily public with her mental health journey. And I think that's very important for those who have an influence base, and if they're struggling, that they don't have to share every last personal detail of the trauma of their journey, but just knowing that they have a journey and that they're working on it and that they have a mental health professional or two or more that's working with them, and that they have a process to get better. That in and of itself, just talking about that is good, because then people know that help is out there and that it's a process that can make you better. And she's one who was doing art daily, and she loves art, and yet art wasn't the only thing that could help her mental health. And I personally, my own personal opinion, not knowing her other than what she has shared online, is that she was doing way too much. And you could see it building and building and building. And I think stepping back is something that's important. She didn't see it in herself. She says that. She didn't see the manic happening in herself. But I think some of us who are in the community did see it coming. It's like, how is she possibly doing all she's doing and being healthy? It's not possible. And we were right. It wasn't possible. It was not healthy, and she was not doing well. And she acknowledges that, and she's showing us how her journey is changing her. And then she apologizes for not being upbeat and peppy and over the top. And part of the over the top is part of the mental health portion that was not healthy. So, she's just a person doing person things. Much better. Look at how that contrast just, that makes such a difference. Wow. I'm going to let that dry a bit. I am going to erase my little bit of border bits that I see there. How do I want it to live? Do want it to live this way or this way? I think that way. I'm not done, but excuse me. Got a little bit of frog in my throat. I'm not done. I think I want to put a little bit of highlight, but I wanted to just kind of step back from it. Look at it. Yeah, I think I want my like limey green, this bright green color. I don't think I want white. I think that would be too much. But I do think I want a color. I'm going to try this limey green color. Like that. Is that enough? No. No, it's not. Huh. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. It was not the right move. Pink? Don't know why, but pink's now staring me at in the face here. I'm going to check it on the back and see if this is the color I really want, because this color here didn't do it, and I'm not sure. Oh, there's my harder eraser. Get the harder eraser to get that green off. Let's see, what does pink do? Not sure that's what I want either. Let me see what this does. Or do I just want the white? I think I just want the white. That, you know what? Just sometimes it's all you really want. I really need to buy a new pencil. This pencil is almost done. And I don't think I have another one. So why am I putting the highlights where I'm putting them? Putting right on the edge next to my shadow to make it brighter and to pop up off the page, to make it stand out. So here's my shadow, there's my highlight. And right along the edge of those leaves, make them bright and shiny. Am I super careful with where they're going? No, not really. If you look at it really close, I'm just kind of going loop, 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 loop. Was I right up against the edge? No, it's just kind of like, kind of around there. Sort of, kind of. See how that makes it glow, though? That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Just making it glow where I think the glow should be. Just a little opposite of where I had my shadow. If I go a little bit more, then it makes it shinier, right? That leaf is shinier than this one. If I want to make that shinier again, you just put a little more white. that actually needs to be colored in right there. I don't think I went down far enough. There we go. Now on this one, it doesn't have a particular light source. If I was drawing something and then I decided that there was a light source coming from a particular angle, then I would do that. But I don't think this one really has one. So I'm just kind of doing it the same all the way around. Okay. All right, I think I'm done. And there we go. See? Go around, you put a little highlight, you put the dark, the deep dark. That makes that big contrast, that huge contrast between the white and the dark. And then you got that yellow in there. Beautiful. I think that came out great. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I enjoyed drawing it. I enjoyed having a little talk about mental health, and I hope that you guys are keeping yourself healthy. And if you feel like you're slipping into the abyss, please do get some help. Either talk to somebody that you know, or if that feels intimidating and embarrassing to you and you don't want anybody to know, then get some professional help, because the professionals, this is what they do for a living. They're not going to judge you. They're just going to give you a sounding board. They're going to give you somebody to talk to, and they may give you some advice as to things you can do to help yourself feel better. This is my therapy, and I think as long as I'm not overdoing, this is my therapy and it's good for me. I have some painting I want to get done this afternoon. I got up really early this morning, but while my camera equipment is charging back up again so that I can go and continue on to do a few more drawings today, because today is it. Today is the big day. Tomorrow I'm busy. Sunday I'm busy. And then next week we take off on vacation. So today is the day. I have got to get all the way through videos. I have a lot to do today, but I got to get at least 2 more done. 2 more would be good. 2 more I think would put me in a position so that when I come back from vacation, I will have a couple of days that I can just say, okay, when do I need to get going? I suspect, though, that the whole month of May is going to be 2 videos a week. Maybe I'll go 2 videos a week moving forward and not go back to 3. I don't know yet. Haven't decided. In any case, you guys have a blessed day. I will see you on the next video, whatever I decide to do. I really enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun. But I need to charge stuff. So I guess I'm going to move over to doing some artwork over there. Yeah. And I'll see you guys later. Have a blessed one. Bye-bye.